All right, welcome back to Noise Avocation Podcast. I'm Ryan here with Jeremy.
How's everybody doing tonight? Today? This morning?
Happy end of the year. We'd been trying to hold off on this for a while. One, because, everybody does their end of the year wrapped up thing. So this is going to be kind of quick, just so we don't drag on and lose your attention. You know what I mean?
And we didn't want to do it too early either, and
there
was
was
all kinds of other shit come out. Because there's new shit today that's cool, It's
like 2
crazy.
weeks ago or a week ago or whatever, like Kendrick dropped a new record.
Yeah.
Like Marilyn Manson just had a new album come out not that long ago. I'm trying to think of that's why you got to wait till December to do it. But some of these we've interviewed, I think. Jeremy and I, as usual, don't know each other's list, but none of this is in order other than your top three are in order, right?
Yep.
Mine are too, okay. And then if you stick around to the end of the video, we're going to throw out some honorable mentions too of just other things that came out this year that you should also check out. And all of this will be in the episode description as well in order, so check that out. Or at least on the YouTube video it will be.
And all the bands, artists, whatever we present, be sure to check them out, man, because it's all good shit.
Yeah, check them out, follow them. You shouldn't say it's all good. You don't know if I put some trash in here.
I trust your opinion.
But I don't know. Do you want to go ahead and just start this, or do you want to do the?
I'll say one that I have because I don't have it physical. Cold Cave's new album, Passion, Depression. I pre-ordered it a fucking long time ago.
Wasn't it? When did it come out? Like way earlier in the year, right?
No, they dropped a lot of singles. It didn't really necessarily come out until October.
Oh, okay.
But I just got a message right before we were doing this that what happened was the jackets got fucked up and they had to send them back, and now they're back. So apparently they're shipping them out.
Things out of their hands type of shit.
Right.
Well, since you don't have that one, this is my only CD disc that I have, but the new Cure album.
Oh, okay.
This is the Blu-ray Dolby Atmos version of it, and it has the actual stereo mix, and I think there was a instrumentals thing on here too, if I remember right. Yeah. But first new album from The Cure in, I don't remember how long it was. Wasn't it like 14 years or something like that?
I just listened to it.
You just got it since
this
you had
morning,
a weird copy.
Yeah. So, dude, sonically, that thing's beautiful.
Yeah, I think the stereo mix is better than the Atmos, but that's for a different conversation.
Gotcha.
But these...
Freddie Gibbs' new record.
We'll just do a back and forth how we normally do, quick.
Was
there not a vinyl copy of that at all?
Not yet.
Not yet? Oh,
so this is the only way I could get it. I could have got a t-shirt too, I guess, but no, I love this album, man, and it's got a lot of earworms on it.
I actually still haven't listened to it.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
That just tells you how much shit came out this year.
Exactly. But it's a very, very surprisingly, his flow is real, it's very impressive, how he goes from, he'll be just flowing real slow, and then out of nowhere, it's like he blast beats his fucking rhymes, and then he'll slow back down and be and
he, switches his cadences and stuff.
And the beats are just fucking, they're awesome, man. They sound, really simple, but once you, really listen, this shit's amazing, man. All the little fucking layers to them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Another one, your old Droog's Movie, which you probably recognize the album cover because it's got the Thriller font and everything. It's the same, color scheme on the back there.
Oh, right on.
But this album's, full of, real life circumstance shit, like dealing with your own issues and just maturing, growing older, that sort of thing. So I really like this record, and it was it's all honesty. There's no I don't want to call the entertainment side of things like fake, but there's fakeness to it.
Right.
So like this was like you
It's
could
not
tell.
pushing any gimmicks.
No, not at all. You could tell like all the writing in it was like very heartfelt, and they actually put like a lot of time into it.
That's dope. I did not listen to that yet. Our latest episode, Lust Tags. Yeah, no, I do have a vinyl
nice.
on the way. But, dude, this fucking thing, it doesn't sound, it doesn't sound like anything, but it sounds like everything that I like in, like, a black metal pot mixed up with, because it has everything kind of mixed in there, and the storyline is good. Listen to that fucking episode.
It was pretty, it had a good like mix of everything that it was inspired by.
Right,
and I think we said that in the interview, like you can hear a little bolt thrower, you can hear some Emperor, you can hear, Gorgoroth.
Yeah, Darkthrone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's and also one more thing about it is that the writing it makes half the record. Like just knowing that you read it, there's a whole fucking story. It's crazy, and it's not like I'm gonna chop you up, and put you in a meat grinder, and then fuck your corpse.
I do like that the writing was there. Like it's not just like you said, it's not just gimmicky, like not tough guy shit, but like stereotypical like dark material or whatever. There was some creativity put into there.
Yeah, for sure.
This next one is Dodsrit's Nocturnal Will. I don't know if Dodsrit is actually how you pronounce the band name, but that's how my Americanized version of it is going to go. This band is, Tristan called it black metal for people who aren't depressed.
That's awesome.
It's like really melodic. It's got there's like longer songs, like 7 to 10 minutes sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And a few of them are just no vocals. They're just all like melodies that go throughout the song. But awesome record. I've played that thing like over and over again just because it's almost like how the Majesty's record got stuck in your head.
I'm gonna have to go back to it because it's in like, we tell each other to check out so much shit, and it's like
it's in a lost list.
Yep.
Yeah, but I got some of that shit on there too.
My next one is Haywire, Condition for Demolition. And this came out on the 3rd of January, so it just made it.
Barely.
Yeah, but like a Train's probably my favorite track on there. It's just straight up like good old fashioned Boston hardcore with some street punk, a little bit of oi, conservative military image guest vocals on the Like a Train song. And it came with a fucking sick ass poster with a dude fucking just like that with a gun pointing at you.
Yeah, it's the little Iron Cross dude, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, no, with the gun, the picture, though, is like of a dude.
Oh.
I'll hang it up and...
I thought I seen a picture where I seen that, like, same thing. I mean, there probably is also, but...
But, that's just fucking... That just puts me in a good mood, man. And it's just, your typical, like, in-your-face tough guy shit.
The typical hardcore stuff. This record, Jack White's No Name album. Most people have probably heard this by now. I really liked it just because of how like different from a lot of his other solo records it was. Like, cause Jack White can get pretty folky at times, which is fine. I don't mind that stuff either. But this one had a lot more of like a garage rock, like dirty grungy feel to it, with like some blues and other shit kind of blended in there, but mixed with some punk rock, but like a real like old Detroit
if we would have went 15
element.
That would have been on mine.
Yeah
because it's like you just said it. I love like the White Stripe sound, almost like the guitar tones of that and the simple drums that are on that makes it
it's just like
cool.
real raw cut dry guitar tones and like simple music. And then I know like he switched from, I'm trying to think of Daru Jones, the drummer that he normally has that plays like Open Up or whatever. He had some other girl drumming on a few tracks on there. It's in the liner notes.
Gotcha.
That was cool to see that he brought in like extra musicians or like switched it up for per song that he was doing and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, that definitely makes a difference.
But I listen to that quite a bit throughout the year. That's kind of how I was basing this list, is like stuff that I continuously listened to throughout the year, like over and over again.
Right, that's kind of what I was doing. But on the Jack White tip, also, it was a surprise. And so like some of these some of the albums that I listened to them over and over again because they were so like, holy fuck, dude, where's this shit coming from, you know?
Yeah, like it wasn't advertised. There was no ad campaign for the album, or you weren't like getting singles prior to. It was just a random drop. And what was really cool is it wasn't even out digitally before he dropped it.
Right.
Like he put it out like at his stores first.
Yeah, it was
And
awesome.
the records were going for like $900. Then he made a video of him like running them through a bandsaw, like the leftovers or whatever.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And then put out a wide pressing like a couple weeks later.
That's so funny.
Or there was a blue one, and then there was a black one like shortly after, like a month or something.
The blue one, there was like 4,000 of them or something.
Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't many, but
my next one is Home Invasion, Enemy. This is from War Records, and that came out in May. It's pretty fucking dope, dude. It's like
I remember
it's very like Hate Inc. It kind of reminds me of Hate Inc. It's super fast.
That's what I was just gonna say.
The intensity is
when
like
we were talking about it, we compared it to Hate Inc.
Yeah, and there's two guys in this band that Absolute Truth that were on War Records before, and that was the first band that I listened to from that label.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of why I was like, I'll check this. This is completely different, dude, than that. So
I really like the name Home Invasion
and
for a hardcore band.
Yeah, they're out of Chicago, but it's only 16 minutes long, but dude, it's an awesome 16 minutes for sure.
Yeah. I was trying to make sure I said all this right. Next being Darkthrone's new record, It Beckons Us All. I know some people probably don't like the new Darkthrone, but I like really, really like this stuff. It's doomy. It's more like old like Venom, Celtic Frost.
Doesn't it have more of like that black and roll to it?
Kinda, yeah. Like it's more riffy, but at the same time, like Darkthrone's always had sweet riffs. Like
fuck yeah,
Panzerfaust had a ton of good riffs. Total Death had a real ton of good riffs that were like very like.
Yeah,
if you slowed them down and put them in another context, they would be rock and roll songs.
Oh,
almost.
for sure.
So like this had more of that, but they were more like slowed down and doomish. But
yeah, always.
I mean, Nocturnal, Calto,
like
and Fenriz, man,
rock.
they just do what they want now. At this point, like they don't try to prove anything. They're just putting out the music that they like to, which is, I think, what makes it fucking awesome.
Very admirable. Like fuck everybody.
Yeah, like that album that came out last year, or maybe it was the year before.
Where he was ice skating?
Yeah, where he's ice skating, and it just kind of makes a mockery of black metal album covers. Like, I like shit like that.
It's fucking hilarious.
Because some of those people take themselves way too seriously.
Agreed.
Like, you are not that scary, dude. Chill out. Like, we've all seen Corpse Paint.
Well, and it's like, it's already been, like, proven that it's retarded to...
Yeah.
Stupid to
it's just
burn
another
churches and kill your friends. Like, that gets you nowhere.
Yeah, and it's just another gimmick that, I mean, I'm sure there's probably some evil, like, weird ass people out there that are really like doing seances in their bedrooms and shit. But and if if you're one of our listeners, then fucking rock on, dude. More power to you. But like,
my next one is Ripped to Shreds' new album. I believe it's said Sanshi or Sanshi, Sanshi. Dude, this thing fucking rips for real. It's like black metal, it's like death metal, it's like fucking grindcore.
Yeah, I didn't listen to that.
Dude,
I'm writing it down right now.
Okay, the album that came out before it, I would give like a 3 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? It's good. But for whatever reason, man, this one just fucking blows that. It's a 5 out of 5 in my book. I got some notes I wrote about it too.
That's great when that happens, when a band like are almost released a perfect album,
Yeah,
and
and then
then
they
just takes
do.
it to the next
Oh,
step.
I know. Yeah, the writing's fucking better. There's more fuzz to the guitar tones. I don't know. The grind influence, like the blast beats are sick. The solos are fucking screaming, dude. Definitely check that one out.
Yeah, write it down. I'll check it out. Following that, I know you didn't listen to this because you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" This is Doechii's "Alligator Bites Never Heal." So Doechii is the first female signed to TDE, the
Okay.
album or the label that Kendrick was on, and Schoolboy Q and all those guys. She's from Florida though, originally. She has like a really cool style though. Like she can go from like kind of smooth rapping to like just some wild off the wall shit that you wouldn't really expect. And she's almost kind of like Kendrick in the way that like Kendrick adopts like different voices for
Yeah.
different contexts in his songs or whatever.
He has like different characters.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this too. And she was on Tyler the Creator's new record also. And it had a pretty funny verse on there, but I've listened to this quite a bit throughout the year.
I believe my next one you will probably have on your list.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And I was like gonna leave it off because I knew you were gonna have it, but then I'm like, fuck that, dude. This shit kicks ass.
Yeah, to me, so it's like, all right, this gives away my number one. This was the best album of the year to me across any genre. Honestly, to me, this thing is better than like pretty much any metal album that I've heard in the last 5 years or more. Honestly, like
I just read today it was voted number one by some
by
metal
Metal
magazine.
Hammer,
Yeah,
and Decibel too. And then it was on a bunch of different
It's
like
earned.
best-selling lists.
well earned.
Some people were saying that it'll go down kind of like one of like the best metal records of all time. I'm sure if you're into any type of metal, you've probably seen about it. There's probably a portion of people out there that are like, it's overhyped, like fuck that record. But
This is the
I
hype
can't
is real,
say
dude. The
enough
hype is
good
real.
shit about that album.
Yeah,
like
dude.
I've played that so many times since it's come out, and not even close to getting tired of it. I mean, it's like Stormkeep. Like I can play that all the
Yeah.
time, and it never wears out.
Well,
to
it's
me,
like
but
they mix so many styles,
it's
and
the,
it's like all these little things. Even in the transitions, you always find something new every time you listen to it, man.
yeah, that was my number one for sure. And to me, that's like and I'm not if I had to pick a Pink Floyd album, it wouldn't be Dark Side of the Moon is my
Right.
favorite. But I was gonna say like that is like the Dark Side of the Moon of metal to me. Like that album is fucking. That'll be studied 20 years from now, where people are like, dude, check this shit out.
Yeah, dude. And I think this came out on Century Media, so that's probably like the
I would say that's probably their best seller this year. I'm assuming.
I would think, man. And
So the new Opeth came out this year too.
yeah.
And Opeth has long been like one of my favorite bands, and the album was great. There was nothing wrong with it outside of that Blood Incantation record just absolutely put it to shame to where I wasn't as excited about the Opeth,
Right.
like even close. Like
Right.
hearing it, I was just like, oh, this is cool. Michael's screaming again. The songs are a little more heavy than the last album. The concept of it's cool, but then I'm like, it's not Absolute Elsewhere. Like
I was gonna put
it
on
just is not as fun.
another The Infernal Sea. Would have been on like if we had like a 15 or 20.
Yeah,
And it has
that
a
album was
nice
sweet too.
Yeah, it has a nice black and roll to it. Like, and usually that I don't really like that all that much, but and I definitely don't like dudes that, they wear face masks and act like we're too cool to know who we are.
Yeah,
But the music's badass, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah. I think that whole like gimmick is kind of.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, thanks for giving away my number.
I'm sorry, dude.
Well, this is on your list too, so I'll fuck you up here. Contention's Artillery from Heaven.
Yep.
I
my number
I didn't
one.
know that it was like where it was, but I was like, I fucking knew you had it. But
That's
yeah,
my
this
number one.
record, I already knew at the end
Hey,
of the
what
year
color is
it would
yours?
be top 3. I don't know. It's sitting on the table
Oh.
back there. I think mine's black. I don't think I
Black?
have the orange one.
Mine's
Because
the
you have the one that came from...
Armageddon.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think I got mine from War, and... or not, was it War?
I actually have a trifecta of
Days,
this.
I'm sorry, not War.
I have a cassette and CD.
Of the Artillery from
Yeah,
Alabama.
dude.
Yeah.
I had to trifecta it.
Yeah, we interviewed them.
This sounds
It was
the best.
episode 100, I believe.
Yep.
And I actually seen them post something the other day about like somebody in New York Times like name dropped him like as
Holy
being
fuck.
one of the best albums of the year. I don't know who it was that was like the journalist for the Times, but it got name dropped.
That's
like
insane.
it was like Benny the Butcher was in there for Everybody Can't Go, which to me, so Benny did
Dude,
that album. He did
I was disappointed in that.
Summertime Butch,
That was
and
good.
Stabbed and Shot 2. Both of those were better than Everybody Can't Go.
I didn't care for Everybody Can't Go.
Yeah, it had a
That would have
handful
made
of
my
good songs.
disappointing album of the year.
Yeah, but that was on that list, and a couple other things like the Charlie XCX record or whatever, and stuff like that. And then Contention was on there, and I was like, holy shit, that's
That is
fucking
nuts.
crazy. But yeah, well deserved for that. Like
It
I
fucking
knew,
blew me away, man.
I
when
already
heard
knew at the beginning when we did that it would end in my top 3 somewhere.
it. Yep.
So fucking kudos to those
All
guys
right,
for
you don't
making
have this
an amazing
fucking.
record.
You don't have my next one though. I don't think. Maybe I doubt it though.
I don't think so, because my last one, yeah, I don't.
Hope Con's new record, The Hope Conspiracy. Tools. It's like Tools of Oppression, Rule by Deception. This is like super hard, like old school.
The cardstock on it?
Cardstock, yeah. It's hard to put the record in. So I got this funny colored, like, it looks like blue and green.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of nifty. Anyway, this thing fucking rips. And it's like, they haven't, like, they haven't really changed their sound, really, I guess. But it's just, it sounds so fucking good. And it's refreshing in the sense that, like, still nobody sounds like them. And there's still, we don't get very political, or we don't get political at all on this fucking thing. But obviously there's a lot of political
Yeah, I was
overtones
gonna
in
say,
that, you know?
that's their thing for sure.
But yeah, and dude, it just rips, man.
Yeah, I listened to it like when it came out. I like it. It just didn't make it into my.
If I could
tops.
if I could go catch them live, I definitely would. My favorite track's The Prophets and Doom, which is the second song, and it opens up with just like, I want to say it's like almost 16 bars of just bass, and it's fucking heavy like that, and it just sounds bouncy, and the tone on it's like really fucking cool. And then you kind of think it's gonna, you're gonna get like a ring out into like a guitar slide or something. No, it's just like boom, fast as fuck, like right into the shit. Anyway, so go fucking check that shit out too.
All right, I think this is the last one. If I did this right. Common and Pete Rock's The Auditorium Volume 1, which you probably already knew this was going to be on there.
I did.
And I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, they called it Volume 1, so it leaves me hopeful that there'll be another one. But to me, like, Pete Rock's been one of my favorite producers for a long time. I like Common. He's always been a solid rapper and always very mentally conscious, I guess.
I mean,
think Common Sense was his fucking name.
Common's fucking awesome.
I think he's criminally underrated.
Very.
Like,
They just like, oh, he's an actor?
yeah,
It's like, dude.
People, but like people who like really dive into hip hop, like actually know. They're like, yeah, like Common's dope. Like even if you don't actively always listen to him, like when the shit comes on. I mean, I Still Love Her was like one of the greatest hip hop songs written about hip hop.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And like, dude had a beef with Ice Cube and it came
Who
out.
beefs with Ice Cube?
Like, well, it was Ice Cube beefed with him because
Right.
of some like some lyric that got misconstrued, but it was that was quite a while ago. But I love Pete Rock has some of the best beats in hip hop. Everything that he's done is always dope. Like he's collaborated with so many people over the years, and Common, like those two getting together, like I was really excited about it. And then when the singles started coming out, like I knew immediately it was gonna be fucking awesome. So if you haven't heard that, definitely check that out.
Yeah, go get that. I also I have that record. It sounds fucking amazing. It just didn't get into my top 10.
It's very like soulful. It's got a lot of, but that's Pete Rock's, touch
Right.
on there. Like he's got that sampling style, and I don't know.
I just liked it's like an hour, right? Hour and 9 minutes or something like that. It's like a nice, healthy album too to like really kick back.
Yeah, and it's a good like. I gotta drive for an hour,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna hit open road and just zone out on this album.
And try not to fucking hit anything.
Yeah.
All right, here's my number one. Well, number two. Berthold City. Where Did We Go Wrong? Andrew's band. We interviewed him. One of my favorite songs of the year is on here as well. I don't know what else to say except for like
Check it
out the check it out. Go,
It is
listen to
dope.
the interview. Got another this hardcore in their weird fucking colors, man. I swear. I think it'd just be like black or white, but the shit does look cool.
I have an Immortal record that is like sparkly confetti colored.
I forgot about that. You do. But yeah, dude, straight up, good, fast, old school sound style, hardcore with some.
Plus the
Nice
songs
little
are
breakdowns.
incredibly catchy too.
Yeah,
like
and
it's
they're
almost
written
got
well.
it's got like a pop punk element to it in that way where they're earworms, but in no way is it a pop punk.
Right,
album.
right. It's got a lot. Yeah, it's got everything. Great sing-alongs.
Good
little
chants,
breakdowns,
nice
yeah.
breakdowns. Yeah, it's all the stuff
Definitely.
that you would want in a hardcore
Fucking
punk
A
rock
right.
record.
And War Records had a few other albums on my list, and Home Invasion was on there. But another band, Juice, they're really good.
Oh, that's right. I remember talking about those
But
guys
yeah, there
too.
could be an entire whole list.
So you didn't bring extras.
I didn't.
I'm gonna rifle through these real quick.
Yeah, give her. I'll be posting mine. You can follow Daggerface and Noise Avocation.
This is gonna be kind of hard to see.
That's a fucking great album. And if Lust Hag did not come out, that would have
I
been
was
on
trying
there.
to hit the glossiness right there, but Hulder's versus An Oath, fucking incredible
Very.
black metal. Like this album is fucking awesome. There's a ton of cool atmosphere, like tones to it. And now Tanner from Majesties is in the band as well, touring with them, so that's cool. I put this on and took this off like 3 or 4 times on my list because it was like right at the point. And
Right.
it's absolutely nothing wrong with it though. There's no reason other than that it didn't make it. The record is fucking awesome. So $20 spin did that. If you haven't heard it, check it out. And there's a couple other $20 spins on here that I might as well knock out. Slime Lords Chytridiomycosis Relinquished. I still remembered how to say that from the interview when we did it.
Yeah, dude, $20 spin puts nothing out bad, I swear.
They had a really good year for stuff. Like you almost could have made a top 10 $20 spin release.
Laceration was another one that was on my like backup.
Yeah, the Neon Nightmare album was cool. Like they had all sorts of good shit this year. But the Slime Lord album, really cool story. If you haven't heard it yet, check it out. If you haven't heard the interview yet that we did with them, check it out. The artwork's awesome. The story behind the album's awesome.
Yeah, Brad's the shit.
It's a lot of fun. Severus's Maze Envy is another $20 spin title. We interviewed these guys as well.
It's so funny, dude. If we did 20, we would have so many of the same.
Another really dope piece of art too, as far as the cover goes.
Yeah, that one's fun to stare at.
Juan Castellano was the name of the guy that did it. Really like eerie, like creepy, unsettling tones and stuff in the albums. Yeah. Check that out for sure. Job for a Cowboy's Moon Healer. I almost forgot that this came out this year because it was really early on in the year. But this record's fucking awesome. Love the bass playing on it. There's a ton of like crazy little bass riffs in the back of that. So check that out if you haven't yet. And the Coffin Cats just came out with a new record not that long ago, like 2 weeks now. check that out too.
It's fucking sick.
You can pick it up if you're local in Detroit, or if you can pick it up from probably many other record stores around the world, I would imagine too as well. And you can pick it up here if you're local in Alpena at our record store.
Place to be.
Oh, I got 2 other CDs here as well. Hang on, I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. The new Marilyn Manson, The One Assassination Under God. I really like this because it was along the lines of like older, like Mechanical Animals style Manson, where it's very like Bowie heavy, 9 Inch Nails musically, but still has like a good tinge of Manson to it. And then this is Shensia Never Get Late Here. Or It Never Gets Late Here. This is like a dance hall sort of reggae album
She's
that
got sick ass hair.
most of our listeners probably aren't going to want to listen to anyways, but if you have an open mind, check this shit out because it's fucking awesome. I have an autographed copy that I got off her website.
All I wanted to say was Gatecreeper's album.
Oh, yeah, shit, I forgot to bring that.
Was on my list, but as I listened to it more, it's like, I don't know.
I like all the melodies and shit in that album. I thought it was
the
good.
melodies are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's just got a, maybe it's just because it's like, now it's this time of the year and there's like, I'm only listening to black metal.
No, I had that issue too, where
know?
I was like, oh, some of this stuff I haven't listened to in a while.
But it's sick, and it was on my,
Yeah.
it was, But anyway, that's all I got, man.
Right on. Well, for anybody that made it to the end of this, thanks for listening. And, comment on this shit. Let us know what some of your favorite records throughout the year were. And
Yeah, dude, I'd love to get some fucking suggestions of some shit we missed.
Yeah, I'm sure there's things out there. Gallows Bound Rotting Oak was another one that I wanted to mention. There was no physical copy of that out.
Shit.
Kendrick Lamar's GNX, Tyler the Creator's new album. We could keep going and going. There was so many good releases this year that it was really hard to narrow all this shit down. But anyway, you got anything else, Jeremy, for
I just got to piss as usual.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. December 28th, Majestic. Check it out. Black Christmas.
Be there, motherfuckers.
And peace out.
Later.